James, William, no, Ryan, Carnero. Well, oh, Heidi, you don't have one. Anyway, I'm just trying to learn your middle names. Wouldn't that be cool if I came in and knew all your middle names? Little note on the homework that you have, rewriting or writing your first draft of the script. I just want to go over it really quickly. So this is the assignment right here. And by the way, the assignment here is posted on Blackboard, as is some extra stuff. I'll just show you right now quickly. We've got the marked piece of Pi script that I marked up, Profare notes weeks 1 and 2, and script formatting link so that you can't not format your script properly. Back to the assignment. Once you've written your script in proper format, you're going to mark by hand and legibly dramatic blocks, fulcrums, and dramatic beats. Let me go over those quickly. Dramatic blocks are, as defined by Profare, and written out in my notes are, let me just go down here, right here. Dramatic blocks are like a paragraph in prose. It contains, or they contain, an overriding dramatic idea. According to Profare, there are 4 dramatic blocks or paragraphs in Piece of Pi. We went over those on Wednesday. So there's no right and wrong here. I just want you to figure out how to divide your script into these blocks and mark them legibly, as I've done here with my script. I've marked it with a purple line, and then it comes to an end right here, and then the new dramatic block starts. If you want to name these dramatic blocks, feel free to do so, because really this is about you and helping you out in understanding your script. Next thing we'll talk about quickly is this, fulcrums. Now this is a little bit confusing maybe, but what is a fulcrum? If we go back to Profare, a fulcrum is an important narrative beat where things can go either way for the character. It is a major turning point. In a feature film, we have 2 major turning points. We have plot point 1 and plot point 2. Look at your ELF PowerPoint for that in week 2, posted in week 2 Blackboard. The important thing here is that you should have more than one fulcrum indicated, despite the fact that Profare only shows one fulcrum in and speaks only of one fulcrum in Piece of Pi. I think there are 2 fulcrums in Piece of Pi, and I'll show you. We'll go to the lovely PDF here. So the first fulcrum, I would argue, is when the customer pulls out the handgun. This is really, you could see it as a catalyst, or you could see it as plot point 1, meaning the end of act, where the counterman is getting into a whole new arena. We go from things are mellow to things are a little bit crazy. We have confrontation. So this could be seen as a fulcrum. Things can go either way. You can either give up the pie right here, or you can get shot, you can run out, all sorts of things. He decides to stay and gives up the pie. Profare, of course, says that this is his fulcrum right here, which is where counterman walks away from the customer. He's a picture of defeat. Then after a beat, he makes a decision to act. This is really a plot point 2. After the character's gone through stuff, he figures out how to deal with the problem and saves the day. So essentially what I'm saying is that though Profare finds one fulcrum in Piece of Pi, I think there are two major plot points, 2 major turning points. And I think that you should find as many as you have in your script. You'll have 1 or 2. Sometimes a catalyst might be seen as a fulcrum. In our case, in this script, I think the catalyst is really the customer coming into the shop, changing things, a little bit of bad news, a new character. That's what a catalyst is. And it gets the story going. So be mindful of that. Mark these fulcrums. Find them. They're important. They're really important structurally. Next, we will talk about dramatic beats. So I'm looking for not Profare narrative beats. I'm looking for anti-dramatic beats. And a dramatic beat is a change in consciousness or awareness on the part of the character. So I want you to indicate those things. There could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dramatic beats in your script, both for the main character and the antagonist, or the secondary character. If there's a third important character, you can do that also and mark their dramatic beats. So let me go to my script, my marked script here. And my first dramatic beat for this is dramatic beat number 1 for marked in green here would be the counterman realizing that he's in a bit of trouble, and I've put the action verb to realize. And then dramatic beat number 1 for the customer is to lose control a little bit. And that comes after the customer asks for the pie, and the counterman says, no, you can't have that pie, I'll give you anything else. So then we have a change in his consciousness, the way he is, and things go on from there. So look for those dramatic beats, mark them so they make sense. Use an action verb to describe them. Here's dramatic beat number 2 to figure out. That's for the counterman. And that's basically it, etc. I didn't mark the whole script. So that's all. I'm going to go back and try and memorize these things, these middle names. Graham, Paige, nice middle name. Sophie, Aaron, Allen, oh my God, 2 middle names. Gary, Connor doesn't have one. Amanda, Michael doesn't have one. Casey doesn't have one. Kevin, and Hollett. Have a good day, Hollett. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.